Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm doing a lot better myself. I've been off for like 3 months from work. Almost died. Anyway, I'm up here at the barn feeding the animals. Kenny! Kenny! Get him, Max! I'm trying to get every crumb. I got these feeders I got set up here, but he tears it up. He's done tore the electric fence off the side of the thing, all the brackets after we do all the brackets. Look, I don't know if you can see that or not. What the heck? Trying to get me for sure. Spraying. Ridiculous. Anyway, it's planting season. This is the pig pen. So when she has her babies again, there's one of the babies there. Next spring, next year, him and his brother, wherever he is, they'll both be going to freezer camp. One will definitely be going right away, and the other one will be held off, or maybe I might sell them. I'm not sure. But anyway, I usually get to clean out their pig pen. I pull these fences down, and then I rotiller it up and plant grass seed. So by the time she gets in here and has her babies, it'll be nice tall grass in there. So she's way down there, going down the hill there, and we have a Jersey, and while I was in the hospital, she lost her baby. It was like maybe 2 months old, and my daughter couldn't find it, so I went looking up in the woods and found it with his eyes plucked out of it. So I don't know if the buzzards got it, or if it got sick and died and then they got it, or I'm not sure. We're not sure. So, anyway, this is with the bridle on there. She's that's Helen, and she's due. I think she's getting pretty close. And then that's Buddy. He's getting ready to go to freezer camp June 2nd. So I was hoping to get a little more meat on him, but I think that's as good as he's gonna get. It's not as big as Buster, but Buster has a longhorn mixed in with him, so bigger too. Anyway, this is a wild pear tree. I didn't realize it was in there. Not last year, but the year before. It had a couple pears on it. I was like, hey, I didn't know that was a pear tree. We've been here like 10 years. So I trimmed it back real good and everything. And last year didn't do anything. And then this year, we've had some crazy weather. We've had like almost like a week of 80-degree weather. And then all of a sudden we get back down to 20 degrees. Well, this last one, I always wait till May 1st around here to make sure all the frost is gone and everything like that. I think the second week of May or first week of May, we had some kind of overnight temperature. I think it went down to like 37 degrees. And it killed a bunch of trees and all my vine stuff. So I think a lot of the blossoms on like these peach trees and pear trees and the apple trees are definitely not going to come up. Anyway, I planted this later on. This is my daughter's flower garden, trying to sell some flowers in the farm stand we got. And then these I planted with the cedar, with the corn cedar. These are sunflowers. But it's a corn planter, so it doesn't have a changeable disc. So so they're coming up pretty good. So the pumpkins were a little too big, so I had to go through here and just kind of randomly throw them. So I got some green beans. And then I usually plant this whole thing with field corn for the animals. And I feel like it's not worth the trouble or the money that you save or whatever. I just don't see the stuff I'm getting. So I planted this whole thing with, all this is sweet corn. So if I don't get rid of the sweet corn at the fruit stand and, we don't eat it or freeze it, the rest can go to the animal. They can eat that too, so it don't matter. So I got these rows here. They're coming up pretty good. There's like one or two, like this one, this whole row here. For some reason, doesn't seem like it came up. Some of these packages, ones I planted, don't seem like they came up very good. Anyway, I got down to here. So I got this whole bottom part. So I was going to plant pumpkins and watermelons and stuff like that. But I was going to hold off on it because it's a little early for the pumpkins to be, like to be able to sell them for Halloween and stuff. But the container I had, I left out in the garden. And I guess where the handle is divots in there, and the handle has holes in it. So it leaked into the seeds. So I think pretty much, and they're all in like a paper envelope. So it absorbed everything. So I think if I don't plant them, they're gonna be bad. So what my plan is, since it's such a big area and it won't fit in a seeder, is I'm gonna rototill this up real good. I'm gonna rototill it real good. Then we're just gonna throw it like grass seed. I'm just gonna throw all the seeds, everything in that container. I got black. I got a whole bunch of different kinds of pumpkins. I think I got some watermelon in there. I got sunflower seeds left. I got some other stuff in there. Definitely got marigolds in there. And I'm just going to throw them all over the place. And then I'm going to come back through where the rotor just hits the top of it and come back through again. And it's supposed to rain tonight, so hopefully that'll be enough. Because that's all it's getting. I'm not planting the whole thing by hand. So that's what I'm up to. But anyway, I went to a normal procedure when you get over 60. And they kind of punctured me, and I ended up having to get my intestines cut out of me. And yeah, I got so bad an infection, if I had waited one more day, they said I probably would have had toxic shock. So I pretty much almost died on this. And it took me like 3 weeks to get out of the hospital because they couldn't control the infection afterwards. And then I actually ended up coming back like within a week or a week later, because I started getting fevers again. So the infection was coming back again. They actually loaded me up and let me go the same day on that one. But then, luckily I had a surgeon that did like robotic stuff. But I just got done getting a second surgery where they reconnected everything. So I'm kind of back to normal. I gotta go Monday and get the stitches out. So you did have one spot where the intestines were hanging out there. I had to get reconnected. But I've been kind of like 3 months, and been like sick. So I feel like I need to do something. I gotta get some stuff done, but I just don't have the energy, and just sick feeling, Just can't get it going. And then I'm on restriction right now until June. I'm not supposed to lift, pull, or do anything over 20 pounds. So anyway, I got this. If you see it, it's a 10. I think it's like 10 foot by 20. So it should be pretty close to that metal thing, but it's a 10. And I'm gonna put that right here. So I want to get them buggies out of there so I can work in that metal one. My wife kind of took it over with all the go-karts and buggies and stuff. Oh. I cleaned all this field up early on. Got all the manure and I put it over in that field. That's different than I normally do. I usually keep it over here. And then I rototilled everything, grass seeded. Well, this part looks like it's coming up pretty damn good. So, I actually grass seeded all this too. It's starting to come up a little bit. I'm not sure if it's the grass seed or the weed. This is from last year. This grass seed here. And then up here, I got this canvas. So I drill the holes and then planting the holes. So I'm doing a little bit of stuff different. I'm gonna do a border of tomato plants. So far, all this right here is tomato plants. See, this is the one that got wet, the handle. I guess it filled up water and then it leaked down in there and it got the stuff wet. Yeah, so all them bags got wet in there. This little metal one, that stayed dry. That's got my little seeds in there, so. But anyway, these are all my tomato plants. I still got a whole bunch more in here. But I'm going to mix them up now. I don't even know which one is which. So just got to wait till the tomato plants come up. And then I've gotten almost all the holes drilled. I got this whole center spot to do yet. These are ready to plant. I might, if I get done with that field, I might come over here and start planting something in there. And then this is zucchini. These are peas and green beans. And then these 3 rows, I think the cold got them too real bad. But this is my strawberries. Now, last year I got like a 2.5 gallon bucket of strawberries. But I actually drilled all the empty holes and pulled the dead plants out. And there's a bunch of stringers. I'm going to try and get them going and put them in the holes. And then up front here, she usually does some flowers or something. She said she wasn't. She was just going to do it over there in that field. So I had a bunch of sunflower seeds. So I did the same thing as what I told you I was going to do down the hill. I just threw it like grass seed. And then I went around and kicked it around. So see if that comes up. Nothing's come up yet. Well, you see I got lima beans. I got lima beans too coming up. A couple of them coming up. Some of them ain't coming up. And then this is my early crop stuff. Back here I rototilled all this, so I need to come back here and rototill this little spot here. The weeds are taking over. Anyway, this is my my potatoes. All my potatoes. They're doing real good. And then these are my onions, a row of onions down there. Go straight down there. And then at the end there, you can see this, that spot there. That's garlic. I just went and bought a bag of garlic from the grocery store and planted them, and every one of them came up. But you can see some of them leaves are yellow from that cold. And then I got lettuce, and I got radishes and turnips. Turnips I give to the animals. And I got a lot of broccoli, a lot of spinach. Got some kale. Oh, carrots. I got a lot of carrots coming up here too. So yeah, that's what I got going on, and that's why I ain't been videotaping, because I've been pretty much under the weather, and just getting around to getting better now. Hopefully I get these stitches out, feel a lot better, get that out. But a couple of places where he went in, I guess, he predicted I might get a hernia and stuff, and I think there's a spot up top here that might have gotten like herniated, I guess. So it's a big bubble that sticks out. So I don't know if that's something I gotta do to get operated on again. I don't know. But anyway, and then, it was, I think it was malpractice. I think the guy just kind of went in there and jammed the stuff in there and just get it over with and get done. And I'd already told him I wasn't feeling good from drinking the stuff. And he should have took that in consideration and stuff. But you can't do nothing. You sign the paper, and it's kind of a risk that you sign when you sign it. And especially if they're affiliated with the hospital or a practice, that they got people that backs them. So even if you do get a good lawyer, they're just going to run you in the ground. You'll never get anything. So there's nothing you can do. They got you. So, I mean, this 3 months off work and screwed up. Luckily, I had leave and I had good insurance, because we'd be selling our house right now for that. Yeah, it's kind of a messed up world. Anyway, I got the rototiller hooked up, and I'm a rototiller that field up, and then actually I gotta go. The neighbor over here, if you can see him between that tree and that shed over there, that's Miss Donna. That's a little bit older lady than us, and her and her husband's kind of disabled. But anyway, they're always doing real nice stuff for us and all. So I always do nice stuff for her. So I'm going to go over there and rototiller her garden. I forgot when I did all the stuff at the beginning of the spring. And I just got thinking about it the other day. And I asked her if she wanted. She goes, "Oh, that would be great, but don't overdo yourself." So I'm gonna try and get over there today. I think I'm going to do this field real quick and then run over there and do that. And then come over here and do this little spot. And then I might run to the store. That's our anniversary tomorrow, me and my wife. Let's see. Is it 37? 37 years, I think. 37, 38. Somewhere around there. Yeah, a long time. Anyway, luckily I had her, because if I didn't have her around, I wouldn't have got through this crap. All right, well, this is a little short one, I guess. I guess it ain't too short. But yeah, I got grass to mow. I need to paint the barn roof. I got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, it's a shame that I was off work for 3 months and didn't get nothing done. It kind of really upsets me. I got this retaining wall to finish. I got lots of stuff to do. I'll never catch up. All right. Catch you all next one.